Wow. Teofimo Lopez says he wants a catchweight fight with undisputed Josh Taylor, but he doesn't mention the name Devin Haney. And we're going to talk about all that in this particular video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Please throw a like on the video if you enjoy the content. I am a one-man army, and it goes a long way. I don't know how you found the video, but somehow, some way you found the video. Encourage and help others find the same kind of boxing content by that simple free gesture, hitting the like button. Now, this is a crazy look. Teofimo Lopez has done an interview, and he's talked about wanting to fight Josh Taylor. Teofimo says, quote, "We fight for both titles for both undisputed labels. And we do a catchweight either at 138 pounds or 139 pounds. I'll even go up a little bit. So Josh Taylor, he has to drop 1 pound down, or 137 and a half, either or. We do that. If Leo Santa Cruz and Gervonta Davis could do that at 130 and 135 for the WBA titles, why can't we do it for undisputed versus undisputed, mix and match, and do a catchweight in between those, and then the winner will become undisputed on both weight classes, right? Come on, this is boxing. If we're having YouTubers and everything else, why the F can't we have that happen, right? We're already disrespected in the sport. Why not try to up and do something like that? That's irrational. I'm willing to put all my belts up and do that. And he's referring to facing Josh Taylor for this catchweight bout that he just manifested in his own mind or whatever. And he says, y'all got to ask Josh Taylor if he's willing to do that. Don't tell me after Jack Catterall that he's moving to 147 welterweight. Nah, my guy. Don't do that. You're going to fight me. You talked all that smack about me. Look, no disrespect to Crawford, man, but he's on his way out. I think he knows it. You know what I mean? I'm all about breaking records and all about making history. I feel like it's going to be a great fight. Taylor's an excellent fighter. Sometimes put him in front of me and I'll show you what I'm capable of doing to all these guys. Now, the saying goes, some things are better left unsaid. I feel like Teofimo, in my opinion, I'm not his daddy, but in my opinion, he shouldn't have did that interview. That's a horrific look for multiple reasons. We'll start off with Josh Taylor. For Josh Taylor, he's an accomplished, storied, true 140-pound undisputed. There is nobody at 140, including Regis Prograis, Adrian Broner, Jose Ramirez, that cannot give Josh Taylor his props. So he is a true undisputed. Teofimo is not. Despite what the WBC said, they're the ones that created the confusion. So, of course, they're going to try to cover their butt and cover their tail when they've created this calamity and confusion in the division. So I understand that Mauricio Suleiman has said that, oh, Teo's undisputed. But there is a dispute. I told you guys before, if you look at the word, look it up. Go to a Webster's Dictionary, dictionary.com. Look up the word undisputed. It says no question, uncontested, things like that. There is clearly a question at 135 as to who's the real champion, seeing how Devin Haney's undefeated and keeps calling out Teofimo Lopez and has a full-bodied WBC belt. So there is a question. So Teofimo and the WBC could run around saying he's undisputed, but guess what? Teofimo talks about being the people's champion and fighting for the fans. But if you really are about that and you're about that life and you're the people's champ and that's what you feel, then you got to see Devin Haney, because that's what the people want. And that will ease their mind and provide clarity to who's the big bad man at 135. And then you don't have nothing to worry about. But it seems that Teofimo is more complacent and he is enjoying just being able to run around and say he's undisputed without ever having to fight Devin Haney. Like me personally, maybe it's just me, I'm not the fighter, but I am a super competitive person. I would not feel well knowing that there is somebody else in my same section and they were claiming that they were the best. And then there were questions from the fans as to who was the best, right? It's just like you see those versus battle. The reason Dipset and the Lox had the versus battle is because before, people didn't know. Some people said Dipset has a better catalog or they would win. Some people said Jadakiss and the Lox would win. But guess what? That's why they do the versus battle. And I think most people, being non-biased, would feel like the Lox came out on top. And Jadakiss, you know, yesterday's price is not today's price. Right? And Jadakiss, he's been super popping for that freestyle and everything since. That's why you do it. That's why you run it, to see who's the best. Dipset can say whatever. Cam can say, Jewels, Jim Jones, they can say whatever they want. But at the end of the day, the fans can say what they want. We will have to see it in the versus battle. So this looks bad for Teofimo because he seems more content just saying he's undisputed, even though he knows that people keep asking him and the fans have questions about the undisputed and why aren't you fighting Devin Haney? So that's a bad look. 2, another bad look. Why do you need to fight Josh Taylor at a catchweight? Before he got the Lomachenko fight, Teofimo and his dad were saying they need to hurry up and get the Lomachenko fight and get the show on the road because they couldn't make 135 anymore and they were moving up. So Teofimo, we've known he's pretty big for lightweight, and this was a while ago before he even fought Lomachenko, and they were saying he needed to move up. He needed to move up because he was too big for the division and his body was outgrowing it. So why, if you do feel you're undisputed, why would you be going to fight against Josh Taylor at a catchweight? It doesn't really make sense. It looks like you could clearly make 140, right? In addition to that, you would rather fight, another issue is with this interview is this, you would rather fight Josh Taylor in a man-made catchweight, right? You want to do him at a man-made catchweight and make this fight, and Josh Taylor already has his next fight, and then after he said he wants Terrence Crawford. So you're saying, hey, don't go up to fight Terrence Crawford because he's on his way out. I mean, you fight Terrence Crawford then. You know what I mean? Like what is going on in boxing with some of the fighters making these type of statements? Why does it, if Teofimo has so much to say, why doesn't he fight Terrence Crawford? If he's on his way out, show us he's on his way out. Move up to 47 and fight Crawford, right? Because I don't even know where that came from. Some people believe Crawford could be the best guy at welterweight. Some people think it's Errol, but ultimately we'll see. So that was kind of a weird statement from Teofimo as well. Crawford's super and supremely disciplined. He about to fight a meaningful fight in Sean Porter. We don't even know the outcome of it. You know, what if he stopped Sean Porter? You know, what if Sean Porter wins? We don't know. So at the end of the day, it's weird that he said that Crawford was on his way out. And he's urging Josh Taylor to not move up and fight him, but to instead fight himself, Teofimo Lopez, the takeover, at a catchweight. And like I said, it just looks bad. You rather do all this than to fight somebody who's already ready-made in your division. You guys are closer probably in age. I don't know Josh Taylor's age off the top while I'm recording this video, but I want to say Devin Haney and Teofimo, they've sparred before. There's different accounts of what happened. This is an ongoing thing. So to me, that makes the most sense. And another reason it looks bad, I mean, I could do this all day. I hope you guys got a lot of time. I could really go on for hours about why this looks bad to boxing fans. So on top of the past sparring and the past jibber jabber about who won sparring and who would win and, you know, the trash talking, in addition to that, Teofimo said that and Top Rank, so I'm just going to collectively put them all together, Bob Arum, Top Rank, Teofimo, members of Team Teofimo basically said and suggested that a Devin fight, the Haney fight, couldn't happen because he wanted to fight before his expecting pregnant wife delivers their baby. But we just found out yesterday that Triller has completely washed their hands of the Teofimo Lopez George Kambosos fight. I made a video about it. Again, this is why you guys must subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on boxing. So he doesn't. His whole fight with Kambosos is now shrouded in mystery, and it's in limbo. We don't know. We don't know if the fight's happening. We don't know if Matchroom and Eddie Hearn and DAZN are going to pick it up. We don't know if it gets back to Top Rank and ESPN. We don't know. We're still in danger. But the latest report says Triller's done. They lost up to $10 million on Teofimo, and they're done with it. They said they're not wasting no more time on him. So for Teofimo it's just a lot of talk. He's saying, I want to fight Josh Taylor, but you're not fighting Josh Taylor. He said he will send a contract to Kambosos and to Devin Haney, and you look like you're not interested in fighting Devin Haney, right? And now, again, you'd rather make a man-made division and catchweight fight and call out Josh Taylor rather than fight Devin Haney. It seems like going out of your way. Like, imagine living and there's a nice brand new grocery store and it's literally in walking distance from your house and you need groceries. So you could drive over there and get over there in 2 minutes. That's like, why would you go to another grocery store that's 2 hours away? It just seems so roundabout. You see what I'm saying? Like, why would, if there's a brand new nicer grocery store with a ton of options and it's 2 minutes away, you can just drive over there real quick. Why would you go drive 2 hours away to go to a lesser grocery store? You see what I'm saying? That's kind of what it reminds me in this situation. Teofimo's having to do a whole lot when the easier fit would be to fight Devin Haney. Let me know how I did in this video. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe for the latest and greatest. And I'm out.